Hey, but talking about how you started from the beats and then got into music and all that good shit, I know there was probably a bunch of homies that were with you from day one. Do you still carry a lot of that baggage around, or did a lot of those homies just fall off, go away? Are they still with you?
No, yeah. So a lot of all the homies that you see in my videos since like I first started, those are all of the same homies that are with me. Those are homies from my barrio and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And my brothers and shit like that. Um, the new homies that you see in my videos, those are new homies, like literally, like homies that just got put on type shit.
Okay.
So
But they from the hood.
yeah, they from the neighborhood. So I've been blessed to be around people my whole life and shit, and I had a lot of older homies that kind of guided me, and my brothers guided me as well. You know what I mean? So my camp has always been the same and shit. It's always stayed the same.
From day one.
From day one.
Damn, that's dope, bro. Because a lot of homies tend to fall off, go to prison. Some of them, die or whatever.
Yeah.
And you bring new people along that you might not know that long or that well. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right. Right.
So their intentions, who knows if it's based off of what you can provide to them or if they really got your best interest at heart.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Some of the homies have got locked up and shit. Shout out to Nasty, Little Tricky and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's like, a lot of the homies have got busted along the way and shit. You know what I mean? But as far as we all come from the same like tree, if you want to say, you know what I'm saying?
Facts. Yeah.
And yeah, it's important to not like let in people that don't have the right intentions and shit
Facts.
for you. Cause my homies support my music and shit, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, their main thing is the streets, bro. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
for
saying?
real. For real.
And, just because I'm doing music doesn't give me no type of respect in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
They don't give a fuck about music. You know what I'm saying? They only care about music because I'm doing it. You know what I mean? And
You're
you know,
putting on for
yeah,
the hood,
yeah.
right?
And I take them to the shows, and they in the videos, and they get to fuck with the little broads and shit like that. But if my street credit wasn't there, like they ain't fucking with me.
For real. Yeah, that's what people need to understand. Because believe me, if for whatever reason you weren't respected within your circle, they ain't gonna be with you, bro. Like at the show or backing you up or rolling with you. They ain't gonna do that. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
nah,
They
none
not
of
gonna
that.
do that.
Nah, they don't fuck with none of that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think about it when you know what I'm saying, when we was deep in the street gang banging and shit. The only thing I gave a fuck about was finding enemies.
Facts.
I didn't even care about money or nothing like that. That's all I cared about was, what I'm saying, what I was doing with my group of homies and what we was getting into.
That was the clout back then.
Yeah, that was that man. That
Th-
was
that
man.
that
We
was
was
the clout.
crashing little crew parties. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was the clout.
Motherfuckers had like, you had the tagging crews and you
Yep.
had like the little party crews. Man, we used to go run up in those parties and go fucking shut them down, drink all the beer and try to fuck their bitches.
That's the way it was. Facts.
You know what I'm saying? It was fun though, like hella fun, man. You know what I'm saying? But life does change, transition has to happen. You know what I'm saying? You gotta really elevate yourself because you could get stuck in those cycles, man. And I know homies that are 50 plus. You know what I'm saying? Still in and out of jail.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I love them, man. Shout out to the homie Crow and all them, and you know what I mean. But
They love it. They
yeah,
love it. They ain't never gonna change it. You know what I mean?
yeah, on God.
They,
But
they love the hood life and they don't know how to like. It's not that they don't know how. They just don't want to
yeah.
slow it down or maneuver to be able to be out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. That's why I'm so grateful for my brother Smokey, man, and my brother Hazy and Silly. Smokey was the one that really pushed me to like, pursue this rap and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was around the time my little cousin went to jail. And that was like that's like my brother. You know what I mean? So they took him to jail, and Smokey was like, man, you either do this and you go fuck your whole life up and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like you could do that, that's fine. Or you could try to, you know what I'm saying, do this music and you know what I mean, try to get some money and shit like that. So that's kind of like
It's
what
hard to
pushed me.
believe that you accepted that off the bat because, you could tell the younger homie, hey, bro, get it together because this, and this. Motherfuckers won't listen.
Right.
What made you?
I was going through trauma. Yeah, I was going
Okay.
through trauma. So when they took all four of the homies, you gotta understand that was like my circle. You know what I'm saying? That was the ones we was running around with.
Yeah.
That that we were hopping in hoopties and doing all that shit. We was hanging out, having fun at night. You know what I'm saying? We was chasing little bitches around and shit. And then
that was a squad.
yeah, in the blink of an eye, everybody just went to jail for, you know what I'm saying? One of the homies got 100 years, the other one got 62 years. Little cousin got 32 years and shit. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, everything was gone. So I wilded out for at least like 3 or 4 months. Like I was like, yeah, I'm going too. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll see you guys there type shit.
Yeah.
You know? And yeah, I went through some trauma, man. You know what I'm saying? I was fucking with drugs and everything. And then yeah, so my brother did it a smooth ass way, cause my brother's from my neighborhood too, so he's well respected. So he had told me like, look, man, you could come stay at my house. I know you don't want to be at mom's. He's like, and you don't want to be, going from house to house in the neighborhood, cause you know how it is. You sleeping on
One homie
couches.
to the next.
Yeah, you sleeping in garages. Sometimes you sleeping at
in
the
car.
park.
Yeah, in the car.
Yeah, all that.
Wherever.
So he was like, he's like, you could bring hoes here, you could smoke weed here and shit. You do whatever you want right here at my apartment. He's like, but as long as you're working on beats every day.
Damn, that's dope.
So he got me my first beat machine and shit, and that's kind of like where it went.
That's dope, bro. Cause listen, some motherfuckers wish to have brothers like that or family like that. You know what I mean? I had a brother that told me the total opposite, my boy.
Right.
I had a brother that, gave me the fucking dope, gave me the strap, and
Right.
pushed me outside. And, so
yeah, I think I had a smooth balance, because my brother, Silly Boy, like, you know what I'm saying? He a real factor out here and shit, you know what I'm saying? And he was the one that was telling me, like, man, you got to keep your name in the neighborhood, like, strong. You know what I'm saying? If a motherfucker start talking about you behind your back, pull up to the meeting and make sure that's the first motherfucker you take off on. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of neighborhood shit.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? And then my other brother, Smokey, would be like, okay, you need to make the music and you got to get the money.
Oh, so you had to.
I had a little balance right
dope.
there.
That's dope. Yeah, you had like the good and the bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's dope, bro. But you said that you had some younger homies that in your videos that are from your hood that are in your videos now and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
You're from the old school, right? So how's it feel to have these youngsters now around you? Do they understand the way it is and how it used to be before? Because I know things have changed.
Right.
You
talking about like in the streets?
Like in the streets, in the music as well.
I mean, in the streets, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm from Pomona, you know what I'm saying? So, like, the streets is kind of like, it's pretty active out there, you know what I mean? And with every new generation that comes in to the neighborhood, and just speaking in general to any neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? But, with each generation that comes in, you got new homies that have to prove themselves and that want to prove themselves. So it's always active. So when it comes to the music, like, my little homies are reckless and they're demons out there, bro. You know what I mean? But when it comes to the music, they know, like, you know what I'm saying, let's separate these worlds, because the music is gangsters. They want to make it seem it's not, bro. It's
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, it's not really a gangster world and shit.
Well,
it's
you could mix them, but it's just not going to work.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You could try to mix them, but it's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying, all these beefs that be that be going down, they're not real. It's not like you could just pull up down the street. Like, my enemies are 2 blocks away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On the internet, you just talking to people until one day, hopefully, you eventually see them
at a show, and it ain't gonna happen.
And if you do see them, man, I hope you go through with everything you was talking about, because I done had a lot of beefs in this game, you know what I'm saying? But I've never publicized them, you know what I'm saying? And
I can't recall anything tied to you.
Yeah, I don't be on the internet like that, man.
Well, I mean, on the streets, of course, but as far as like rap beef, I can't recall somebody tied to you.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I keep that shit.
So you've
off.
had them, but just not on the internet?
Yeah, like I said, like, keep that same energy they have on the internet, because I've had beefs with people that has spoke on my name and shit, and I've caught them at different spots, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean, the number one answer is, that's just for the internet. Yeah. you
You
know,
know,
you know what I mean? So that shit, and,
We've
and
all
look,
heard that one.
I don't claim to be the hardest gangster. I mean, my brother always told me growing up, man, there's always gonna be somebody that got more stripes than you. Somebody's gonna
Facts.
be more gangster than you, willing to take it to that next level that you probably not. So just do your shit according to what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like
Facts.
you ain't gotta really live up to anybody else. You know?
Do you want to mention some of these iconic beefs?
Nah, man, they know though. They know. You
They
know what I'm
know.
saying? Yeah, they definitely know.
I get you.
It's, you know what I mean? Yeah. If you see people popping off on the internet, just know shit has came my way here and there and shit. You know what I mean?
And to tell you the truth, bro, if I've never heard of somebody beefing with you, right? But I can guarantee you it was probably up and coming rapper.
Yeah.